It's our big 21st, you guys.
Wow.
Episode 21.
Is it as exciting as the first time?
No, I do remember my 21st birthday.
Where was my invite?
I didn't know you then.
Unlucky.
Hey, you missed out on a great party. It was a Candyland theme.
Oh, is this where you had the stripper?
No.
I can't believe
my
you had a...
24th or 5th.
I was around for your 24th and 5th.
Oh, so it must have been my 22nd?
Why wouldn't you have a stripper at your 21st?
It was my 22nd. Oh, I don't know. Because we're young and dumb. It was Emma's 19, so yeah, my 22nd. And we just like had a party for girls, and we just thought it was funny to surprise the girls. We're like, it's a girls' party only. Yeah, and it was actually a huge hit.
Yeah, was it?
I think it was fun
because through the experience.
So we just had like a girls' party, and we were like, no, you can't bring your boyfriends. It's girls only. So it was like Emma's friends and my friends. And then we said there's a big surprise for you, so don't want to miss it.
Was it a big surprise?
No, it was a very small surprise.
Very tiny Willy.
Like
Mr. Chow.
Yeah, he was like just gross because he was just like the last stripper left because we left it to the last minute. We just had the idea. And we're like, let's see who's available. And then poor guy.
At least now we know that girls love getting strippers.
It was just funny, like hilarious. And he didn't really like show anything.
Yeah.
Then he was like, I'll show my Willy for another. Like what happened was all the girls was like, okay, it's time for the surprise. Everyone come into the living room. And I was like, oh my God, okay, everyone sit down. And I snuck him in. So he was already like in one of the rooms in the house, in our studio, what's now our studio.
Oh my goodness.
And he like put on his police outfit.
Did you hook up with him?
So Emma turned off the lights. So it's like, everyone sit down, and then Emma turns off the lights, and I play the music, and it's like,
what song did you play?
Like sirens, and all the girls like, oh my God.
They knew what was happening instantly.
Instantly. And then like he comes out, and Emma was like on lights or whatever, and then he comes out and he's like, doot, 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 and he had a little cap gun. Doot, doot, like doing a little dance, and then like ripped off his pants, but they're like Velcro pants. So it just went like into this like G-string and a hat, like the
Was
hat.
he like a party boy off Jackass?
Yeah, pretty much.
Flipping out.
It was just so funny. Like everyone was dying of laughter. So I think it was more fun doing it younger than like at your hens, because by then you're a bit.
Did you do it at your hens?
No. No. I went to Pink Flamingo, which is a like a cabaret club on the Gold Coast, and it's like acrobats and kind of like the Moulin Rouge.
Did you get to see boobies? It's
like comedy and stuff. It's really fun. I think in the late night show you do. So there's two shows. There's like the earlier one, which is like rude comedy and like dancing and stuff, and then the late night show is more like cabaret, which is like topless dancing. And anyway, because I was the hen, of course they called me up and did like a Magic Mike section.
Yeah.
And it's just very funny. Like it's very tongue in cheek and not, sexy.
Not sexy.
It is sexy, but it's not like, it's just a bit of a laugh. Anyway, so that was my stripper experience at age 22.
And
how do we get onto this?
Have you been to a stripper since? I'm finding out. I get to ask you live on air and find out things that I didn't know.
No, they were my two stripper experiences. Both.
I've never been a fan of strippers.
Yeah, I think it's different when it's a man. I don't know.
Well,
because it's not like for comedy when boys do it. It's like gross.
Well, sometimes, like depending on what you're seeing, there's some stuff that I've seen that I think is just hilarious. There's a lot that I'm like, this is revolting, but I've never seen a stripper for the sake of being like, this is sexual.
Yeah.
Like it's always just like, I don't know, we didn't have them at our Bucks party, but then when I watched them at a mate's, like there's like 5 of us in the kitchen sort of like watching but not watching because you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's weird.
And it's not like,
and it just feels really disrespectful to women.
Yeah, well, it's like that's someone that could be your sister, and not once. I think we spoke about this last week.
But what's the difference between a man doing it? You know what I mean?
No, I don't like.
Now,
but it's
I'm
still
older,
someone's.
I'm not that into it because I'm like, oh, it's kind of. But then it's someone's career, and it's like you can't.
I know there's so many ways to judge it,
and I think at the end of the day, it depends what that person feels about.
Yeah, but for me personally, I'd rather just get you to shake your tatas around the bedroom.
Can do that.
Is that an option? Yeah, cool. We're
Get some
little
like mechanical.
tassels.
What are they called? Pasties.
Are they tassels? They're tassels, right?
Yeah, but they're actually called pasties.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all of a sudden not attractive.
Pasties.
Tassels are so much more attractive than a pasty. Pasties like
I
when
don't
you
have boobs,
smoke
so
too
they're
much
just
weed.
like they won't go very far.
What would they do? Just sort of.
That's why I need the mechanical ones to
Droop.
actually like.
No, I said, what would they do to the tassels?
The tassels.
Not your boobs. Amy just gave me the. For those who are watching on YouTube, Amy just gave me daggers when I said they'll droop, meaning the tassels, not
One
your
day
boobs. But that's like
that's life.
That's gravity.
Yeah.
Can't fight it.
And your balls will droop too.
They already are. That's why I wear jocks. Right.
Oh dear.
One of the boys got the snip today, or like last week.
Oh my god.
And
did it hurt? No,
yeah.
there's nothing.
No, he said his
his
nuts are like the size of apples. And he's like, I'm supposed to do the CrossFit. It's George. He's like, I'm supposed to do.
Oh, George did it.
He's like, I'm supposed to do the CrossFit Open today, but my nuts just hurt. I'm like, just wear super tight jocks.
No.
You don't need them anyway.
No, but you can get an infection pretty easily. So maybe he should just not train for a little bit. Or check that they're not infected, because I'm sure the doctor told him everything.
Yeah, he's been told.
I think it's a thing.
Hey, don't you worry about the things you don't need to worry about. Right?
True. Not my balls.
Not your balls. Fucking hell. Breakup songs.
Yeah. So
well, actually, let's just quickly. I'm going to give a summary because I know every week we jump on and talk about all the cool shit you've been doing, like traveling, and you've been traveling.
No. Let's talk about, because I want to get into the present I got you,
which I've just had a piece of.
Yeah, you ruined it. You got into the present, so I'm going to have the present.
Okay, we'll talk.
Just long story short, I've just come back from Tasmania, and I was at the airport, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get lucky and really nice. There was all like the Tasmanian gifts and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, get lucky and nice block of.
Do you come back as a little Tasmanian devil?
Certainly not.
Oh.
I'll get lucky a nice block of Tasmanian chocolate because they just looked really good. And then, so this one is handmade confectionery, Tasmanian chocolates, macadamia and salted.
Can we skip to the part where you give it to me?
Anyway, it's caramel milk chocolate and handcrafted in Tasmania. Got to the checkout. I was expecting it to be like
$6.
Yeah, maybe 8, or even like 15.
Yeah,
it's $21.
What? Did you pay for it on our joint card?
Yes.
Yeah, so God, that's not a gift then.
And that's why we're sharing it.
That's not a gift at all. Whenever I gift you stuff, I pay for it off my own card. This is why
better be the best.
This is why you don't have joint bank accounts, ladies and gentlemen, because even when you think you're getting a gift, you're paying for the bloody gift. Let me just check.
You want to describe the...
I think there's two things in life. There's probably more, but off the top of my head, that you don't really need to understand the process of how it works or comes to be, and you just enjoy the outcome. One, transportation, i.e. a car. I don't care how it fucking operates.
Oh, like a plane?
Yeah, or a plane, just as long as it gets me from A to B safely. The second one is chocolate. I don't care how it's made, as long as it tastes good. It's good. That tastes very sugary though. It might impact my sleep.
It has like little toffee bits in it.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Anyway,
back to our breakup song.
What do you rate that out of 10? 10 being like the most amazing thing you could ever put on your tongue,
and it's like,
and 1 being like putting charcoal.
Like it's not
dirt.
giving me any more enjoyment than a block of Cadbury.
No, I think Cadbury wins. Sorry, Tasmania.
You ripped us off.
You ripped us off. I include myself in that. Breakup songs.
Okay.
It's been a hot topic with the boys because I had a story. I went for a beer with your brother, George. Did I talk about this on the podcast last week?
No.
I do so many podcast episodes, I can't remember who I've spoken to about what. Anyway.
And what did George say?
No, I was like, boys, I've got an embarrassing story. Because we're in Jimmy's in the mall. Is it Jimmy's? Whatever the one in the mall is in Queen Street.
Yeah.
And we were having a pint, and we were a couple of pints in, and the conversation was just like flowing. Mm-hmm. And somehow this song, obviously it came on via the radio. And obviously when you hear a song, or most songs, they are linked to something. There's a good story behind it. And I piped up and I was like, boys, do you want to hear something that I haven't shared with many people at all? And it was really like a left of curveball for the conversation. But I felt like I had enough beards to have the courage. Mm-hmm. And the song came on, and the song was JoJo, Too Little Too Late.
Oh my God.
Can you quickly sing it quickly?
It's just too little too late. Was it that one? Or was it
no.
Get Out?
No, Too Little Too Late.
Now.
Too Little Too Late.
Okay.
Anyway, so I was over in the UK. I was on a rugby tour and I was 15. And day 2 or 3, it was very early in my trip.
What year did that come out?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to find it.
Anyway, did I say 2015? Jeez, I'm old. 2005. No, sorry. Jeez, time's fine. Yes, 2005 I was on the rugby tour. Or 2006, sorry. 2006. I was 15. And, yeah, I got dumped. Well, I found out my missus at the time was cheated on me.
Oh.
And that song came on. So I had a Nokia phone. You know the slide up phone? It was like a slid up.
Yeah.
It was that one. So you could have like 5 songs on it. And obviously when I'd gone over.
Oh my God. How times have changed.
Yeah, I'd had like that song and couple more.
Just quick side note, isn't it crazy how quickly technology changed?
Well, remember, you used to get the first iPod or even like a USB, like MP3 player. You'd plug it into your computer and it was like 100 megabytes or whatever. You could get 4 or 5 songs on it. And remember when the first iPod Color came out, it was like 1 gigabyte and you could have maybe 100 songs. And you were like, oh my God, this is gnarly. I've now got all of Blink 182 and Sum 41.
That was a game changer.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to your story.
Now we've got unlimited. Like you don't even need that anymore. But that was my breakup song.
Well, JoJo didn't even write that song. Unless her name is actually Ruth Ann.
Google it. Let me Google it.
No, it's not. Okay, JoJo didn't write that song.
Well,
but it came out. Oh, wasn't it?
I still like that. We gave that a play after that actually in the pub. Mm-hmm. She's still writing now.
How do you find when it comes out?
2006. So it must have been the year. That's probably why I was listening to it.
Great year. You were 16. No, you
15.
You were 15.
Yeah.
I was 16.
My little heart was vulnerable.
Oh, no.
I gave it away and it got fucking ripped.
So you were listening, blasting JoJo.
Yeah, I literally, like in the UK, and we were being billeted out. So, like, it was me and Hugh or me and whoever at random people's places.
So
and when we'd go to bed after footy or whatever, I just lay in my bed and look at a photo and play the JoJo song, like on
Where's
repeat.
Your phone?
My phone's recording.
How are we going to do pet peeve sound?
I can do it through here.
I thought that maybe you'd play a little bit of Too Little Too Late, so people who haven't heard it.
Yeah, I messed that up. I was meant to use this phone. That's why. So I've got 2 phones, and this is supposed to be my recording phone.
I can just do this.
What? Just play it into the microphone.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you can play before Spotify says I'm ripping it off. Oh, don't. This is bringing back memories.
Are you going to cry?
Yeah.
You don't like me, you just like the chase.
It reminds me of the UK, and it was a sad time in my life. Anyway, breakup songs. What's yours? I hope you got dumped.
Oh, of course.
Good.
Hasn't been dumped.
I feel better.
Yeah, I got dumped by my boyfriend who's now a gorgeous gay man. But my heart broke. I didn't know he was gay. He just broke up with me, and I was like, but I love you.
Oh, did you love him?
I thought I did.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, what song? I'm just like looking through hits of 2006. It's got to be in here. I know like one that was going around that time was like, how am I supposed to breathe no air?
Oh, what was that? Neo and
Jordan's Park.
Yeah, Jordan's Park. That was a banger. Was that? That was 16 years ago.
Out of the ground to flow to you.
Can you give it a quick little play for everyone? It's gonna jot some memory. Is that 16 years ago?
I don't know what date, but
we're so old now.
I know, isn't it crazy how it happened?
Oh my goodness.
I was like, why don't I have a penis? Just kidding.
Like, as in you wanted one, your little horn
No, I
bag?
didn't know he was gay then.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were I thought you were just wanting a dick in. I'm like, fucking hell.
No.
Well, be careful how you word things.
Too young.
Where's my penis?
I was like, why doesn't he love me? And now I know.
Because you didn't have a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Anyway, I can laugh about it now. But yeah, that was probably one of the saddest songs.
Yeah, good tune. We should actually do a whole episode going through like songs from 2005 and just share a story around what it meant to us. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
It's actually a good little, even like segment. Mm-hmm. Cool. Don't steal it, anyone. You heard it here first, but stay tuned. And I know we did promise our guests, but they had to postpone due to work commitments, which is fine. And then this week we couldn't do it because Amy's away as usual. And I'm just left here by myself.
Oh.
But anyway, we're moving house. So this is probably our second last episode in the home studio.
Phrasing.
And we still haven't worked out what we're doing next. Like, we'll probably just rent
what
something.
we're doing. We're in limbo. I think we did mention this last week, but we're still in limbo and we're moving back in.
With the mum.
As a married couple with the mum, which is great.
Yes.
But we are culling everything. It's really hard to kind of get rid of because we're moving from how many bedrooms?
4, 5, a lot.
Down to 1 bedroom.
Which I think's really quite cool.
As in not a bedroom apartment, as in 1 bedroom in the whole house.
Yeah. Which is very cool. I think we have a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily need.
Yeah, I know, but it is hard for me.
Anyway, we don't need to do this.
It's hard for me because I feel like I've built this home, you know? No, we've built
just
a
like
home.
Amy built our wedding.
No, it's just like we've made a home here.
I know,
all our
but
stuff, like our furniture that we've chosen, hand selected.
But we're going to do that
all
again.
Our nooks and crannies.
Our next house. Our next house is going to be a home. You know, this is an apartment.
Yeah.
I don't believe you can make a home in an apartment.
I do, because we made one here.
Yeah, it was like Anyway, here we are.
Okay.
So, what's some fun stuff you found while moving?
The best thing I found.
This was a cool message to receive, this one.
I was going through the drawers, like, you know, the front. We've got drawers at the front where you put your keys on the sideboard and there's drawers there. And I was going through it and I was like, I cannot believe the shit that are in these drawers, like literally from 10 years ago. Just old photos, old random one-off keys, which I have no idea what it's from, receipts from...
God knows those strippers in 2000 and fucking whatever.
JoJo CDs.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. Right in the back of the cupboard, I found an envelope. And I was like, what is this? Because it was like a fat envelope.
And it's probably mine.
And it was full of cash.
Was it mine?
Hard, cold cash, baby.
But people don't even use cash now. It's like...
Well, I'm fine to have it.
No. Have you deposited it into our bank account?
It's in my handbag.
What would you do if I said to you...
safe in my handbag.
Yeah, if I said to you could use it, what would you buy?
Honestly, it'd probably just go to groceries. The way that the price of bananas, I tell you that much.
Tell you what, I'll give you a banana for free. But the price of eggs.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's ridiculous.
It's fucking fucked.
The cost of living. I don't want to be that guy. So I'm not going to be. But you know where that conversation could go.
No, but everyone's feeling the squeeze right now. It's just like, what the hell? I can't even go to Woolies without spending $100. Even if I just want like 3 things.
Yeah, because you buy $20 blocks of chocolate.
Yeah, what the fuck? Well, I never expected it to be $20.
So why didn't you put it back?
Because there was someone behind me and I was at the checkout.
I see. It was an embarrassment, or you just wanted to follow through? Yeah,
I was just like, couldn't have been like, no. It sucks. So you better enjoy this.
All right, I'll enjoy it.
Yeah. So anyway, you know what though? Aldi is always an option.
It's a great option.
We need to spend more time at Aldi because the food's great.
The prices better.
And I saw that they have, you know, the only thing about Aldi that's annoying is, for us anyway, it's a little bit more out of the way than Woolies. Yeah. But the other annoying thing is the checkout. Like, it's really anxiety inducing for me.
The Inspired Unemployed video where they're just pegging stuff and it's like... That was pretty much exactly what it's like.
Yeah. that's hard for me. But
they'd have to almost train them to be that fast at the checkout. Just
yeah, of course. Time is money.
Time is money.
You know they don't even play music in Aldi because you
they
have
don't
to
want
pay
to pay
royalties. So maybe I should be standing up against Aldi.
But cheap produce.
Well, yeah, music.
Yeah. Music you can get free off Napster and
or Spotify, basically.
or Spotify, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, a serious topic where we want to keep these short and sharp. 20 minutes. We're going to go over a little bit. But you had a serious question that you came across on Reddit. This is Amy spends her time at night on Reddit, as we all know.
I love it because I don't really, I don't know, like I don't really scroll TikTok or Instagram constantly.
I think you do.
I don't.
I think
not as much as Reddit because
okay.
for me, like Instagram and TikTok's more like work related for me. It's like I'm looking for maybe something that inspires me or whatever. But with Reddit, I will scroll for hours and it's really engaging and interesting for me because there's people just like throwing out their ideas, asking questions. There's interesting videos, videos that will blow your mind. Like,
let me blow your mind. What about that chick who got eaten by an alligator?
Oh my God, that was TikTok.
that was a TikTok. Did anyone else see that?
There was a lady in, I'm sure it's an older.
Was it like Miami or somewhere?
Somewhere. I don't know where it was, but it was in America. And it was in
fucking America.
I think
Miami,
it did happen
Florida?
a while ago, Florida somewhere. And an old lady was walking her little dog by the riverbank, and an alligator came and got her. But it obviously stopped before that. But it was like
I'm sure you could find it on like Live Leak or something.
It was the 911 call.
Oh yeah.
From her neighbour, and
we don't need to go into that. But anyway, there's some wild stuff on there that Amy finds, and I literally Amy sends me so many reels every day, which is funny because they're funny. But I'm just like, how did you end up here? Like, in the internet? Like, what were you doing to get here?
But I love Reddit because it's more educational and it's not just a dumb, funny
What's
video.
the most educated thing you've learnt in the last 24 hours? Go.
On Reddit?
Yeah.
Well, the question I'm about to ask you.
All right, let's do it. Go.
All right. So the question I came across, and it was on the Ask Women subreddit.
Yeah.
So if a woman asked her fellow women, how do you know if a man is emotionally unintelligent? Is that what the question was?
How do you know when your guy... Let me ask him. How do you know when your guy is not mentally and emotionally mature?
Mature. It's a good question.
Could you ask that back to the blokes? How do you know when your lady is not mentally and emotionally mature?
You could.
Because there's some savage shit that I'm just like, come on. Well, what was some...
Quite often women are more in tune with their emotions.
Of course, because you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Historically, you've been more...
Well, what would you say?
I'd love to hear what
the question, Lockie.
I'd love to hear what the ladies said first.
Because
you know our blind spots. I'd say like mentally and emotionally matured is like taking responsibility. Or use me as an example because you've been with me when I haven't been mentally and emotionally mature, and I'm still not there, but I'm a little bit more mentally and emotionally mature. So what would be some things that...
Reacts badly to hearing no instead of calmly accepting it like an adult.
Guilty. What else?
Someone said, I dated a guy briefly who threw like a toddler tantrum when I turned him down for sex, which we had often. So it's not like I was withholding.
Guilty.
I couldn't ever look at him the same way again, and the relationship ended pretty quickly after that.
Oh, no.
Another person said, when he never admits he's wrong, also a lack of emotional regulation. So, yeah, tantrums.
I'd say regulation. I'd say awareness.
And then people are just kind of telling their stories. Well, what would you say? Oh, someone said bachelor syndrome.
What's bachelor syndrome? Maybe that's next week's topic. Bachelor syndrome. I've never heard of that. Is that the same as like...
I'm guessing it's when men are just so used to being single that they don't change. They're so set in their ways, you know? And then when they get a girlfriend, it's like they're still acting like a little kid.
It's funny how the dynamics work though, because
Like, yeah, this person says like not having having a couch you found on the side of the road, or a card table, collapsible chairs for a dining set.
Guilty. That's what we would have had at our wedding if I was in charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with all of that. I think 100% there's definitely some key points on.
Someone said he thinks periods are ick and throws a tantrum if you send him up to pick up tampons.
Like, come on. That is just ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Like,
Periods
being sent out to get tampons. No, I'm kidding.
I think
Like
you've
to have
done it before.
Yeah, I know. I don't really care. I think it's just ridiculous. Like, yeah.
Oh my God. Someone said, when I told my ex I was on my period, he would recoil and fake gag.
What? Like,
what a drama. Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Honestly, what are you going to do?
Anyway, yeah, it's an interesting topic.
Yeah, well, I would agree with all of that. I'm sure there's so many examples that the ladies listening to this could share about their partners. I'm sure I'm guilty of all of them that you just mentioned there. I think
you're more aware, though.
I'm definitely aware of it.
Not being aware of it and denying that you've done.
Yeah, I still do. I still have tantrums. Because sometimes as well, like no matter how, everyone has moments of weakness. Like if you like us right now, we're both very tired, and when you've got nothing left to give and something doesn't go the way you want it to go, it's upsetting.
Mm.
And you might have, if like the other day when I was doing that flipping work, I'd spent 4 hours building a course. It was the day you left, I think, or the day before you left.
Mm.
And all I did, like I went spent 5 minutes outside just complaining to you, and I was like, hopefully Amy gives me sympathy, because I was so upset, like I was pissed off.
Yeah.
And then
is that what you asked? What you were looking for?
Well, no, because I knew I shouldn't have been a little bitch, but by default I went out there and had a little complaint for a second, and then I was like, fuck, what would Brad would tell me to fucking get on with it. Like, it's not going to help me get what I want.
I know, but as you just said, with emotional intelligence, you got to feel the feels. You can't just deny that you're pissed off. Yeah, that's something that you're allowed to be pissed off about.
Oh yeah, there's a difference between being pissed off and looking for sympathy.
Sulking.
Yeah, like I didn't have to go out and go and then be like upset around you about it.
You can vent to me. I would want you to tell me.
But I don't think I need to let it ruin my interactions with you, because at the end of the day,
well, I think it's good if you can complain about it, you vent, and then you move on. You don't let it ruin your day.
No.
I think that's why you're emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, so if you want to get emotionally intelligent, call 1-800-LOCKY.
Mm. All the men that can.
Yeah, all the men that can. Yeah, or do that. All right, let's move on from that. Let's hit pet peeves, because I would love to
eat this chocolate.
Yes, I really want to eat the chocolate. Yummy.
Pet peeves.
Bong. That's the same horn as last week. So my pet peeve happened a moment ago. I went to the airport, picked you up, and Amy opens the door and just stands there like a deer in the headlights, just like, what?
No, I said hi, gave you a kiss, put the bags in the car.
Yeah, which is, okay, so you'd made progress to getting in the car. Mm-hmm. Then you stop at the door and you continue texting. You flip and text. I'm like,
I know, 'cause I've got a million things going on.
I know.
Anyway, you tell the story and then I'll
Yes, thank you, because you open the door and you stop. I'm like, you can text in the car. Your phone's not going to die when you get in the car, but right now I can't drive off. We aren't getting closer to dinner because you're just standing there like a deer in the headlights doing your messages. And the second thing, I'm getting two tonight. The second was, we haven't seen each other for a couple of days. You get in the car, you sit your bum down, and you just keep texting.
I know, I am talking to you as well.
Wait,
you make me sound like I'm just like...
Well, pretty much. I was like, yeah, how was your day? And response is like 3 minutes later, in your bed? I'm like, mate.
I know.
So I said, a new rule. We made a new rule.
We did.
The new rule is that whoever of us has been away, the first 5 minutes, not 10, just 5, put our phone down and we catch up.
Yeah, which is fair. And
that's
I did
fair.
it.
And no more zombie walking around the car.
Okay, that's my pet goal.
That's your goal.
My pet goal.
Your pet goal.
Oh, God, I'm tired.
Yeah, carry on.
In rebuttal,
Do we want to hear a rebuttal?
landed.
We want to hear from you. Let's make this interactive. Do you guys want to hear Amy's rebuttal? No. Oh, is that someone? Who's calling in? No, we don't want to hear Amy's
All right, I
rebuttal.
won't give my excuses, but
okay, thank you.
I'm just going to say I'm a busy woman. People want my attention all the time. Okay, now.
Oh my goodness. Are you saying I'm not busy?
No, I'm just saying that when you land, that's when you just get reception, right? And then you're getting your bags off, and then finally people are like, hey, Amy, are you available tomorrow? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this interview? Are you free in 15 minutes? So it's just like.
But what about your husband?
Yeah.
Am I not worth the free in 15 minutes?
You are. And that's why I agreed to this.
Okay. Carry on.
Pet peeve, couple goal.
All right.
Okay. So my pet peeve for the week is sort of to do with our moving, but sort of not, because we've had this going on.
What's going on?
For weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Our
Weeks.
car. And I think this has been my pet peeve before.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Anyway, we drive this little Beetle, and it's broken down in our garage downstairs in the basement.
Where it belongs, under 12 feet of concrete.
Yeah. And it's run out of battery, and it's been out of battery for
a while.
all year and before.
We don't need it. We sell it.
Actually, it was, oh my gosh. Has it nearly been a year?
I can't remember. No, it would have been when we got back from Nashville.
Yeah. That
which
was in July. Oh my God. That's so bad.
This is, can I blame?
Like, it's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
It's literally been a year.
Can I blame this on the council for putting those e-scooters now? Because now I don't need the car. I just use an e-scooter.
Oh my God. It's
Anyway,
so bad.
all right, we'll fix that up this week.
And now that we're
we'll
moving, we're
put
going
on-
to sell the car because obviously we don't use it.
No, clearly we don't.
You know? So we need to.
If you want to buy a Beetle, 2007,
oh, I love it.
it's so
Good.
impractical.
No, it's a great city car. It hasn't even done 100,000 K.
It'll blow up.
No,
All right.
it's such a good
I agree.
car.
It's a great car. Special price for anyone listening.
But we don't use it.
No. Okay, well, that's a goal. We'll get
But
that
maybe
sorted.
we will. Anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's your. I didn't even get to say what the goal is. Lockie said he was going to call RACQ, and he said it to me all for a year.
Well, here's the problem. The insurance is under your
rebuttals.
name. So you need to give me the details. Because I can't call up and go, hi, it's Amy Shepherd.
Also, now it's my cup of coffee.
What's your member number? I don't know.
No rebuttals, Lockie.
Okay, well,
This is
just
my pet
send me the
peeve.
details if you don't mind.
So your couple goal is to fix the blooming car.
You could actually order it from the app right now.
I don't want them to come now.
Yeah, well, tomorrow.
All right. Well, that's another episode of Couple Goals.
We're coming at you with 22. What's today?
We're not going to make any promises because...
No, I'm just saying
hard to lock
we
them
won't
down.
because they're booked in next Thursday.
Mm.
So you'll be hearing from us again.
Woohoo.
Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hooroo.
Thanks, guys. Hooroo.